Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Obey. Thank you for stopping by the collection room. Today I'm taking a look at some more Alpha Flights. I've been going through Alpha Flights for quite some time now. We are up to issues 113 through 116, and we are closing in on the end of the series. It's been a long go. If you're interested in that, if you like Alpha Flight, if you like comic books or anything like that, if you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. It does me a lot of good. Okay, it does me this much good, but hey, I'll take what I can get. So Alpha Flight, we're up to 113. We've done about everything we can do with Alpha Flight at this point. Most of your characters have died or have been brought back. That's a nice opening page. We've lost our base. We've got our base back. We've run through some major hokey stuff. You got the Maple Leafs versus the Canadians. That's pretty cool. I don't know. It just feels like we've mined the well of a lot of stuff going on here, and we haven't done it well. They've done good and bad, but mostly pretty hack writing. Throughout the series, you're looking at some of the better art from the series. I think it looks great. In here, they hit their stride. Marvel was trying to care about it, and that was one thing the book always suffered from, is people didn't care about it. And they've tried to revitalize it several times with this influx of new characters. But I mean, the new characters that they gave us are really bad, like stupid and crappy, like with no lasting power. You're not going to see guest appearances from them anywhere else. They're not going to get their own books. They're not going to bring on a life of their own because they're just really bad characters. I'm looking at you, Mannequin, you worthless piece of crap. But even some of your kind of cooler characters like Purple Girl or Windshear, it's just not, they're not that great. I mean, they're kind of contrived. I don't really care for them. Your original lineup from the team, good, very good. John Byrne wrote them. You can tell there's a lot of good character development in them. But yeah, that's the problem, is a lot of the add-on characters didn't really add much to the story, and they didn't add much to the team, and they didn't help. Of notable exception, I would say, is like Madison Jeffries, the box. Added a lot, and I thought besides like original team characters, he's fantastic. By the way, that Heather looks great right there with her little glasses, protective glasses. I don't know. I love it when she has her glasses like that. When they try to draw her without the glass, it looks stupid. No, they could have, if they had come up with some better characters, I think that would have really helped the series gain some like more oft momentum. But I mean, they kind of fit and they kind of work in this book, but just, man, try putting them against any other team, hold them up against Avengers West Coast or anything, and they just look pathetic. Like, they really don't work. And I realize that is most of what's wrong with the later issues of Alpha Flight, is the additional characters just did not stick. Goblin, what a load. It doesn't, it maybe works with Alpha Flight a little bit, but it's not good enough. And it's definitely not good enough when you start looking at other Marvel comic books. Take like, contemporary of this book, like New Warriors. A lot of those characters were good enough to get a miniseries, to carry their own book, to do something else. Most of your main group of Alpha Flight never got miniseries. Heather never got her own miniseries. North Star and Aurora, Puck. These are characters that could have done something outside of their own book, but nobody wanted to. You know, even Night Thrasher had his own miniseries. Deathhead had a miniseries. Speedball had a comic book, for crying out loud. And Sasquatch can't hold his own in a book away from his team. I don't know. It's just, it kind of blows me away. There's a weird looking Sasquatch, by the way. I don't know. It just, that, apart from that, like, that's not the book's fault. That's not the character's fault. That's just failings of the writers. Like, why did you write it this way? Why didn't you give us better characters? Add something more to your book that you can expand on and move out into the world of Marvel. It's also a bad sign when you get guest stars in your book, but like no guest, like you never guest star in anyone else's book hardly. And there's very few issues of anything where Alpha Flight really adds a bunch to the story. You get Weapon X, you get Logan, stuff like that, stopping by to kind of boost your book. But Alpha Flight showing up in somebody else's story does not help it. That's a bad sign. And it's just it's a victim of the company. Like I said, the original team is good. The concept is good. Canada needs heroes. But the execution, the writing, definitely the distribution, and the way that these characters were treated throughout the Marvel Universe, I'd say was their biggest detriment. And, you know, I'm saying that now after over 100 issues of us going through these, you really kind of see it. It's just big stuff shows up. The Fantastic Four step in to help. But like Alpha Flight can't do it themselves, which is just sad. You get B tier characters like this guy. Puck actually looks really good in that outfit. Everybody looks good in their outfits. This is the peak of their outfits. Team uniforms at this point were at their highest. The art for the book is, like I said before, probably at its highest. And yet, no one was caring. And real quick, this was 1993. And that's pretty rough. I mean, 93, to make a Marvel Comics that was failing in 1993, you had to be working pretty actively to make that book suck in order to get that far, because selling comics in 93 was pretty much like printing money. Everybody was into them, but I guess not Alpha Flight. And I guess not Marvel was not into Alpha Flight either. Anyway, that's where it is. We're leaving off at issue number 16. We'll pick it up next time with 17. There's only 130 issues in the series. We will close it out. Looking forward to it. Like I said, I love this series, even through all of its stupid stuff. It's one of the books that I have to own. And I've tried living without it. I've sold it a few times, all of them. You know, this is the third complete run of Alpha Flight I've had. So I'm going to hold on to it this time. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That's my story. If you like this, please give it a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.